Going on, everybody? We're gonna do our post game live thoughts right now. Great game. First and foremost, great game by both teams. Both teams played very well. First half, I feel like that we could have, if we would have limited the turnovers, we really could have dominated USC. But US, it's kind of like it was shifted over. You had USC in the second half, creating turnovers. I mean, making unnecessary penalties, and Caleb Williams threw an interception. First half, it was on our side as far as those mistakes. So there's a lot of things I want to get into. I just want to hear some of y'all opinion on the game. So we're doing a post game on today, and we're all going to talk about the game for about an hour. All right, so let's see who we got, man. We got great game. Oh, yes, definitely. USC barely won. Yes, they barely won. Kamani McLean, man. Shout out to Kamani McLean. He's ready. Great decision for Deion Sanders to go with Kamani. We was already getting blown out, and the fact that he allowed Kamani McLean to finally get in, was great. I think this game, we found our identity. This game allowed us to find our identity. Amari Miller, I mean, a complete dog. Like, he needs a D on his jersey. Amari Miller needs a D. We lost, but I've seen a lot of great things. Yes, me too. I'm not even disappointed in this game. I'm not mad at all. We fought this game. What's going on, Charlie? Oh yeah, definitely. It's still go Buffs. It's still go Buffs, man. I got my jersey. I mean, I got my hat. I mean, my shirt on. So yes, it's definitely go Buffs. Was a good game. I agree. Right. The running game was a lot better than normal. It was. I noticed that. Offensive line picked up, or they performed better in the second half. First half, it wasn't as good, but Hankerson ran very well. Dylan Edwards made some plays on the outside. Sean Lewis had some questionable calls at the end of the game that we're going to get to in a second. I want to let you guys speak. Well, not necessarily speak. I'm also going to share the link for those that want to actually speak. But I want you guys to tell me how you guys felt about the game. So I'm going to just read y'all comments. I'm going to try to get to all of them. I'm gonna post the StreamYard in the chat. So if you guys want to chime in, have your camera on, and just come on in, man. Buff's getting better. I agree. Buff's definitely getting better. They fought. Sean lost the game for them with running the ball at the end. Absolutely. He played a good game as far as getting us back into the game, but some of the things that he was actually doing was just, even the announcers, if you guys watch the game, you would hear the announcers saying, why are they running the ball? You would think they would want to pass. They don't have much time. And he just didn't call a good game overall. You expect your coach, offensive coordinator, to make better decisions. And he put us in positions to not have time, to come back. I got to give you credit, Mag. Kamani showed up. Absolutely. And I've been telling you guys all along, put Kamani McLean in the game. Steve O, if you can remember, all I said was some players play better in the game than practice. Kamani McLean is that guy. He plays better in an actual game than he does in practice. Let's see. We're going to add Tevin to the room. He just left. Yes, Kamani played great. Mama Bear 14 Miller, that dude, absolutely. Amari Miller is a dog. He's one of the players that you want to put a D on his jersey. Like, one-handed catches on the sideline with 2 feet in when you only need one. The man is a dog. I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. Him and Travis Hunter is probably the best receivers that I've seen. And when Travis Hunter get back, you got that. So that's my question I want to ask you guys. It's the first question I want to ask y'all. When Travis Hunter gets back, who is the top three receivers y'all want to see? My top three right now, I got to go with what's hot. Amari Miller, Travis Hunter, and maybe a toss-up between Jimmy Horn and Xavier Weaver. So, I mean, you cannot have 14 on the sideline. Somebody's spot got to go down. You know, of course, all of them going to be able to play, but, you know, somebody's spot got to go down. And if it's me, if I'm the coach, I'm going Amari and Miller starting. So that means one of the three receivers, because of course they play four. You know, you have that tight end. Of course, you can't move him down. So who do you take out of that starting role when Travis Hunter gets back? Let's see what y'all say. Hell of a game. So we got Tony. What's going on, Tony?
Hey, what's going on, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Was you able to
Yeah,
watch the game?
yeah, man. I've been, I watch every second of it, man. But I watch your content, man. So, keep up the good work, man.
Appreciate you for sure.
Hey, look,
So,
man. I'm gonna tell you like this. I've been screaming for him to play all his players, man. Like, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. He said he ate what 7 to 8 dogs away. He got the dogs, man. He just ain't putting them in.
yep. That's crazy. And I think even he was surprised at what he was seeing when he started putting them in, like Kamani McLean and Amari and Miller. I mean, it's like why wouldn't Amari and Miller, he should have been in the game the way he
Man,
was playing.
he talking about he'll be a fool to put him in, man. That boy look good.
He
That
showed
boy
you.
look good. And I'm down here in Polk County, man. I'm down here from where Kamani from, man, and we've been rooting for him to get in the game since game one, man. That boy a dog, man, and that was some bad play calling at the end, man. That Sean Lewis, I don't know what he was thinking, man.
Me neither. Like it's almost like I'm questioning what he doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got us back in the game, and then you want to stop what was working by running the ball. You want to cool off the offense that's hot.
I don't know what he was thinking, man. You ain't supposed to do that. If they would have threw that ball, especially that fourth down, man, rolling them out like that. I understand you trying to get him. You know what I'm saying? Get him out of the pocket. But that fourth down, man, he could have threw something. He could have called something short, man. They could have got that.
Yep. Yep. So how do you feel as far as the starting receivers now? Because you know you have Amari and Miller that dominated. You got Xavier Weaver, Jimmy Horn Jr., and then when Travis Hunter gets back, I mean, you know, they run that tight end. So I mean you're only gonna have three at a time. What three would you give me your top three? Who got to step down?
Man, I'm gonna say that tight end got to step down, man.
Who was that?
That tight end got to step down, man. He good,
Hmm.
and all, but he got to step down if you want to put the best players on the field. You
Okay,
know?
so you would like more of that four receiver set.
Yeah, either that or I'll rotate. I'll rotate Hunter in and out. Keep Hunter kind of a little fresh for the defense. You know,
Okay.
so I would probably rotate. I will still keep the tight end in because sometimes you need them to block. But I probably will rotate him, man. That's what I would do. But Kamani need to stay in the game, man. Kamani need to stay in. Hunter on the other side. That's how I look. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Cause old boy, he ain't cutting it, man. He give up a lot of plays, man.
Yeah, he
Uh,
showed, dude. That's what I'm saying, man. You got to go with Kamani now. I know Kamani, you know, have a habit of not watching film. Hopefully, he can start doing those things like watching film and showing up to meetings on time.
yeah, I
But
think he got a little taste. I think he gonna do that, man. But the play call, I'm gonna tell you something, man. If they play like they did in the second half, in the first half, we wouldn't be talking about this right now. We'd be talking about the win, man. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Coaches got to get in the game too, man. Like they gotta get their head in the game too. You know.
yep.
I don't know. That's it, man. That's all I gotta contribute to the show, man. Hey, I appreciate you having me on, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Appreciate you for stopping by.
All right, keep doing your thing, man.
For sure, for sure. What about you, Pastor? What's going on? What's your thoughts on the game?
Man, I didn't play no college ball like you did, but it don't take no rocket scientist to make it realize this is 4 games, man, and it's frustrating. Today, if I was the players, the coaches need to be. The last time they said they made the players have a scouting report. The coaches need a scouting report on them. And this is time for Coach Prime to say his coaches down. And I mean, you got to address the issue because in the first half, the offensive line played about the best they could play against that front four. Even with the turnovers, I'm talking about first half, not second half. Even with the turnovers, we can't keep running screen after screen after screen and giving them the ball right back. And you putting the ball back in Caleb's hand to score them touchdowns. Okay. So you can't, I'm sorry if and then you doing the ball horizontally versus going downfield. When you go downfield, you got much success.
Yeah, exactly.
You go downfield, horizontal, downfield, slant, horizontal. And it's like, man, you're not going to win like that. And even though the boys came out and played, we as spectators should not be saying, I've been saying Miller should have been playing all along because he's a big receiver with good hands. He played a great summer camp. I watch all the videos. He's yet to hit the field. And you saw some of the players, not last week and even the week before. I was at the Colorado State game. The reason Shedeur could not get some of those passes off, the receivers were breaking on their routes. So when you see that on film, you got to say, hey, I got to put somebody that's going to run their full route. So,
Exactly.
But I blame this game right here. Sean Lewis you got to put the coaches where they belong.
Exactly. So with the way Sean Lewis run the offense with having 3 receivers and a tight end, if he still stick with that instead of doing 4 receivers, which wide receiver got to step down? Because Amari Miller, he got to start.
Well, Miller got to play. Travis got to play. We got to play.
Yeah, I can agree. So Jimmy Horn have to.
That is nothing against Jimmy Horn. I love him, but you still got Weaver as a downfield threat, okay, with some speed. Travis may not have the speed, but he gonna run the routes and he gonna catch that ball. And then Miller don't have the speed, but he's got them hands and he's got size.
Right.
I'm just saying, yeah. That's just I ain't played no college ball, but it don't take a rocket scientist to
exactly. Your
figure
stuff.
that out.
The way you breaking it down, man, is definitely high class for sure.
If you're gonna do that, that's what you got to do. And then I still say Henderson had a great game. I still say you got to put Alton in there to give this boy a chance because I believe Alton is your best running back for running back, receiving back, and blocking back that you have. That has all 3. You got some that Dylan got the speed. You got one got the blocking, but Alton is your back. And I think he had 1 carry today.
Just 1 carry.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm confused.
You may as well red shirt him.
Right. Yeah, man. Then when he got in, I think he had a good gain as well. So I'm thinking, okay, they're gonna start giving him the rock. But Sean
3
Lewis
carries last game. I think 3 carries the last game. And they were all positive yards in Oregon. It was fourth quarter, but I don't know if that's on Sean Lewis. I don't know if it's on Coach Prime. I don't know if it's on Coach Fleet. Something is wrong. Yep. Something is amiss.
I agree 100%.
Or he's still hurt. If he's not hurt.
Right. Well, yeah, I definitely appreciate you for joining. I see we got some more. I want to get in, but I
just
always
want to jump in here, man.
Yeah, I always
enjoy it with you.
Yeah,
drop
definitely.
That cash up in there, man, so I can drop something.
Okay. I always enjoy you stopping by, and have a great week.
I gotta put my Michigan gear on now.
Yeah, I might have.
We already up.
I already know. Have a good one. All right, what about you, Frosty? What's your thoughts?
Back dog, what up? Hey, thanks for having me, man. Hey, check it out, man. I agree with the guy I was talking. Coaches, man, I don't know what they were doing in the game, especially the last 5 minutes. I felt like you can't put the game on an onside kick, man. You can't play for an onside kick. Let Shedeur go down there and score the ball just like Jimmy did. I mean, they had the opportunity to score before running down the clock. I felt like we had the defense on their heels and we could have got that score much on the game. So I don't know what they were playing for onside kick. That was ridiculous to me. Secondly, I don't like to do blame stuff, but I watched the game, man. I mean, I holding every play, but man, they weren't giving the defensive line no freaking flags, man. They were trying to get there and get it, but they were being held. We can't say they weren't being held. So that doesn't help. And second, the last thing I'll bring up, Cormani's ready.
Yeah, he's ready.
Is ready. All right. They weren't even throwing to that man's side. I'm telling you right now. And to say that, hey, he had to come early. I'm not arm or anything, but what one early film practice he gets to play? I mean, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's one right there. I've been behind Kamani for the longest. I received criticism. I even went against Coach Prime in a lot of cases when I see them getting blowed out. Why they not giving the man a shot? He ain't 5-star, the best in his year of class for nothing. Gets in the game and then he makes a difference when we talk about on the defensive side of the ball. Imagine if this would have been the first game where you got Kamani on one side and Travis Hunt on the other.
Oh, that TCU game would have been different.
Absolutely, yes.
It would have been different. It would have been real different. I don't think the 40 points for those dogs.
So I want to ask you a question as far as on the offensive side of the ball. They run 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Amarian Miller has to start now, in my opinion, unless you might have a different opinion. But what 3 is you going to run with as far as the receivers when Travis Hunter gets back?
When Travis Hunter gets back, I'm running with obviously Amari. I'm running with Travis. And I gotta put I gotta keep Xavier out there. I can't get him off the field. Jimmy's gonna have to he's gonna have to spell it with him and I don't think Amarian should leave the field at all, man. I think he's gonna have to spell it with Travis, to be honest. I'm just keeping it real.
I agree with you.
Have to spell that wide receiver, that 4th wide receiver. So
I agree.
You know what though? We talking about number 14. They haven't even played number 18 yet. I forgot his name, but they haven't played 18 yet.
Wow.
So and good player too. I even did a video on that guy once before. Number 18, man, he's real solid. So I can't wait to see him come in there. And they're not using number 4 right now. They're not using him properly.
Yes.
He's a deep threat. He's not a deep threat. He's a follow across the field, crossing route type of possession guy. They got to use him correctly. And yeah, go ahead.
You say you did a video on it. If you did, you shout out to YouTube.
Video on number 18, I believe.
Okay, shout out to the channel.
Yeah, when and I think when he committed, you did a video on him. I think that's how I started calling him, to be honest.
Okay.
Number 18. I got his name. I can't believe I'm not getting his name.
Okay, yeah. Shout out your channel, or you can post it in the comments if you want.
And number 4. Like I said, I don't think they use it properly, and I don't know what's the deal with Alton, man. I don't know the game. I don't get it.
Yes, I really don't get it, man. Alton gets in the game and he runs for a good gain, and then he comes right back out. I just don't understand that because he was a freshman All-American before he got injured. So I don't know if he's just been getting injured, or is it Sean Lewis just not calling the plays right, or personnel on Coach Flea. I don't know who it is, but we leaving a lot of talent on the sidelines.
I think we are leaving a lot of talent out there, man. And I don't know what the hell's going on with that. So, I felt like the rest of the game, though. It wasn't like over the top because it wasn't like they were throwing either. But I felt like on the defensive line, those guys actually showed up, man, and they just weren't getting the call. Like they're being held up out there. If you go back and watch it, they're being held hot. And man, like I said, thanks for having me on there, man. I appreciate your show. Continue to do your thing, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Anytime you want to join and shout out your channel or whatever you're doing, man, and if there's something I can do to help you, definitely let me know. And I always appreciate you, for chiming in and participating.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, take care. Yeah, if I agree, guys. I really agree. I want to give a shout out to that girl on the super chat. She says, I was so excited seeing Kamani play. We almost took this game. Yes, yes, I was so excited. And you guys, if you guys been following the channel, you would know that I've been one of the ones that's been telling you guys Kamani needs to play because some guys practice worse than they do in the game, but some guys actually perform better in the game than they do in practice. And Kamani McLean is that guy, and clearly Amarian Miller is that guy as well. Because I just was so thrown by Amarian Miller. I mean, the way he played was like he was trying to show the world, man, like I'm him, and I absolutely loved it. See, MC, no, he is talking about his offensive line. Sean Mills needs to be out. Yes. If he's going to keep doing what he's doing, he definitely needs to be out. Them boys played better than the starters. I know. That's what's crazy. That's what's crazy. And that makes me wonder how many more dogs we have in that Louis, in that bag that's Louis. Coach Prime, he finally digged in that Louis bag, and I think that's great. That's great because Amarian Miller, Cam made a great play. Jordan Dominic played well, but I'm talking about the young guys. Even the announcer said that the babies are in the game. They playing the babies now. They finally brought the babies in here, and those guys made the difference. They brought it back from a 48 to 17 or 24. I don't know what it was in the second half. Imagine if they would have played in the first half. We would have won this game. Everyone that says fire Sean Lewis got to remember the same calls y'all not happy with are the same calls that put up 41 points. It's not necessarily that. It's the decisions on the big moments. You know what I'm saying? It's we down by 14 points and we running the ball when we less than 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? In that moment, you got to go with Shedeur Sanders. This is our Heisman candidate. Why are you running dives up the middle and you ain't getting no yards clearly and you're still doing it? That's bad coaching. And if we're going to criticize the players, we're going to have to criticize the coaches when they don't show up. Dion listening to too many. Yeah, let's keep it let's not try to be, talking about color, man. Shedeur didn't lose the game, but he wouldn't be in that position. Exactly. The offensive line, in my opinion, didn't show up. I disagree. It was good play calling. Sean Miller fixed the loss. I just feel like he left some plays on the field. He put us in position to not only were we playing against USC, we was playing against the time as well because he was running the ball. Coach Prime can't go into the fourth quarter with no timeouts. Absolutely. That's also was big. We had 0 timeouts. So at the least, we could have scored a touchdown and kicked the ball off and still had 3 timeouts to try to stop them to at least go into overtime. Absolutely. Too many run plays. Miller been balling. Go back and watch them well off media videos. He was doing them corners. Yes. I do remember him making a big play on Travis Hunter. I actually made a video on that. And we got so many receivers where he kind of went under the radar a little bit, but he's on top of the radar now. I'm a small channel, so you guys know the big dogs is going to talk about Amarian Miller. There's no way he won't be starting moving forward because the pressure is going to be on them coaches of if he, let's just say for an example, he don't start. Do you realize how much heat them coaches going to get? You know what I'm saying? Like Amarian Miller is like crazy. Been bad all season. I agree. Well, yeah, as far as the decisions, I agree. Offensive coach needs to be fired. Hey, everybody trying to get Sean Miller out of there, huh? I agree with y'all. I agree with y'all, man, because he able to score, but his decisions to put us in a situation to win is why I'm feeling like everybody's saying this. Yeah, it is. It's the trenches, but the trenches showed up at the end. They showed up towards the end, and we was able to capitalize on that. Yes, he did. Oh, no, 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 no. I mean, yeah, he kept the defense honest, but we down now. Everybody in the world should have known it's time to throw the ball. So no, he didn't keep the defense honest. You know, yeah, wrong call on fourth down. OC sucks. Absolutely. It was third down and we ran the ball. Get into the fourth down, and I don't know what he was thinking with that play. Like I said before, if you saying anything that you know you shouldn't say, I'm gonna have to skip that comment. Cause we just keep things football, man. I know a lot of y'all frustrated. Yes, that would be better for Shador. Why coach not letting Big 36 Wilkinson get some burner? Uh, I don't know. I don't know, but Hankerson did play pretty well. I wanted to see Alton McCaskill. I wanted to see Smoke. I wanted to see those dogs in there. Yeah, yeah, that's really the main problem. The offensive line. We got everything else. We got another receiver that's playing like he NFL first round talent. We got a cornerback, Kamani McLean, that just finally resurrected, if you guys want to say. Um, we have everything but an offensive line, and we got one on the sideline, Tyler Brown, that can't play right now because of eligibility rule issues. So we just got to go out there and find at least six more. Offensive coach from Colorado needs to be fired. I hope and pray, man, that and we're gonna watch the press conference, and I hope that the reporters start questioning those decisions with Coach Prime about that offensive coordinator. Boxing, I see you. Every call is a good call if you have a good O line. Yeah, because that was the biggest difference between Caleb Williams and Shador Sanders. If you guys go and look at the community page where I posted the statistics of Caleb Williams and Shador Sanders, and they identical. The biggest difference is the offensive line. One of them got an offensive line, one of them don't. 235, 242 people in the room. I just ask for you guys to hit the like button. That's it. It's free. I don't ask for nothing else. I play Hunter and Miller, same side. I agree. Amari Cooper gave up a lot of plays. Yes, it's time to go with Kamani McLean. Like the brother that joined, I think that was Frosty. Like he said, it got to the point where they stopped throwing Kamani Ray. They stopped throwing his direction. Right on the phone, Shador made some boneheaded plays that, yes, he did. He did make some plays that he shouldn't have made. Yeah, well, we could have took three and he threw an interception. Um, there was a lot of, there was, it wasn't a perfect game. It wasn't a perfect game, but he still put us in position to at least get back in the game. And again, he has no offensive line, so a lot of times you force yourself to make plays or reads that you wouldn't make if you had time. He even ran more than he normally do. Usually, Shador Sanders don't run the ball, but he ran. He rushed for almost 100 yards rushing. That tells us the offensive line is clearly the reason why he started to run. Coaches like 1-3 this season. Number 20 lost today. Yeah, he played some bad plays. He also played good. That's Roderick Ward. He played pretty good though. It's the coaches. I agree. This game, I got to put it on the coaches, man. Some of the coaches just, um, I saw some things I normally don't see, and it's like, why didn't you go with it in the beginning? Coaches lost that game. Yes, definitely. Shador has to attack with legs. Yeah, I agree. I think he's gonna have to run more than pass. I mean, sit in the pocket just because of the offensive line. False. Shout out to that girl. She excited about Kamani being able to play. I was too. I definitely was. Shouldn't be starting Big Tank, but Henry. Who else do we have? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, but I can see what you're saying though. He did give up some holding plays and some sacks. Yes, they did. They did. I blame the coaches. I can't wait to see what Coach Prime gonna say. But I blame the coaches, man. And I'm talking about from waiting late to use Amari and Miller, waiting late to use Kamani McClain, waiting late to use who else was getting in the game late. I mean, there's a lot of players getting in, and the announcer said they finally got the babies in, and the babies almost created a crazy comeback. The screen pass is not it. Um, get rid of that. Get rid of that. The running plays up the middle, not it. Get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? But we did run better this game. But why are we running when the clock is when we need to score and we have a Heisman candidate? Prime time effect. That's where they came from. Yes, I agree. Let him do his thing. If we would allow him to do his thing, he would have been doing the same thing Caleb Williams was doing. No difference. How do you come on the show? I'm gonna share the link again. All you do is click the link, and you can join the show. All right, I just shared the link again. Just click that link, and you can just join. I don't care who want to join. Anybody can join. They need Travis and Kamani on the field at the same time. Yes, yes. And honestly, if we want to even be more protective of Travis Hunter, we can just use Travis at DB now, and we still got a killer receiver group where we got Miller, Xavier Weaver, and Jimmy Horn Jr. and the rest of those boys. You know what I'm saying? So we have a lot we can play with if they don't want to go both ways with Travis Hunter. All right, we got a super chat. Frosty says, shout out, appreciate you for the super chat, Frosty. He says number 18 is Adam Hopkins, ranked 13 in his class 4A in Georgia. See, that's another dog right there. You know, and just think, Amari Miller was a 4-star player, and I didn't even know that. So it's still more dogs left. Frosty also says, thanks for the super chat. He says, Shador holds the ball too long, and they have too many players, so I feel like they get caught up and forget who they got on the bench sitting. That's a golden comment right there. Shador does hold the ball long. Um, a lot of times it creates sacks and things like that. But there were some times when the receivers wouldn't create separation. That's when, like, the first half, they tried Javon Antonio. Javon Antonio didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? They tried him. He wasn't being physical. Then they threw out Amari Miller. You know, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, Amari Miller, my favorite receiver now. You know, it's crazy what he was able to do. One hand catches, catching in traffic, putting two feet in bounds on the sideline. Um, like, I'm gonna just tell y'all that. I'm trying to get all y'all comments, but they flowing in very, very fast. So if I skip it, my apology. But when someone does a super chat, I end up losing where I left off. So if I skipped anybody, it definitely wasn't on purpose. Are you familiar with Savion Wilkerson's skill abilities? He is a beast. Yes, I know about Savion from Jackson State. You know, he actually stays. I mean, Jackson State is like 30 minutes. So yeah, I know about him. I know about him. Go Bucks. we could have won that game. Well, I tried to run the ball in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left. Yes, I blame the OC. I blame the OC. Sean, that's what Sean Lewis been doing in a lot of cases, and it's finally getting exposed. So you ain't the only one, or we ain't the only one that feel like that. Even the announcers were saying the same thing. Why are they running the ball? They don't have much time. Mata should start. Are you talking about Alexandra Mata? Go back to the OC and DC from Jackson. That may be what they may have to do. They may be what they have to do. But in Coach Kelly's defense, he made plays towards the end, but they started using the players that they didn't usually use. When Kamani McLean got in the game, he made that much of a difference for our defense. So I think it's more so about Sean Lewis. Great comment, Pastor. He also had some great breakdowns and opinion when he joined. I think they're trying to ease him. Okay, game, he doesn't re-injure himself. You talking about McCaskill? Sean Lewis got to go. So it sounds like everybody wants Sean Lewis out of there. The play calling is losing the game by halftime. Yes. Bro, where's the link? Thought I had posted the link in here. Let me do it again. Hold up. I'm gonna post the link again. All right, I just shared the link again. This is the link right here. So all you gotta do is just click it, and then it'll bring you in, and I'll let you in once I see you. Everybody relax. Shadur just confessed he checked out of the pass plays, but I'm putting it on Sean Lewis. I'm not putting that on Shadur. You're the offensive coordinator. You take that heat. There's no way that I'm finna sit here and believe Shadur didn't want to put the game in his hands. If that was the case, tell me how I can go see it. Charles Kelly also, I can agree to that, but think about what he was able to do when he had the right players in position. You see what I'm saying? Sean Lewis had the right players to bring us back in the game. He played horrible. Sean Lewis had the right players, Kamani McLean, other young athletes in there, and then we started stopping Caleb Williams. You know what I'm saying? So I like Kelly. I like Kelly. That's just my opinion. Give him something to work with, and he can do what he did at Alabama. Because I don't know. I just feel like Kelly played a good game as far as when he was able to have the right pieces. Yeah. Shadur needs to throw the ball downfield. We know better than that. 10, Weaver, 12, and 14 dogs. Yes, I agree. I definitely agree. Miller was looking like Chris Olive. I know he really was, man. Miller was looking like, man, like I didn't even know he had that in him, and I started saying, oh, that's because I played the wide receiver position, you know what I'm saying? And to see that was like, man, I didn't know he was that good. Like I knew he was good, but not that good. So you tell Shadur to stop running the ball because I know dang well Shadur wants to pass. Yeah, I'm not believing that. That's just some trolling. Better to, he said, Shadur is instructed not to say anything. Better to evaluate the team now based on what the babies showed today. I agree. Coaches got a real big decision to make for next week because somebody finna lose their job. Kamani McLean needs to start. So let's see. We got another participant.
It was good, man. Dog. It was good. It was good. It
What's
was
going
good,
on with you?
bro.
Yeah.
Yo, I love CU. I actually followed your channel for a while. I'm Rockstar Zay, and
Okay.
for my subscriber name, but this is my real name, Jose Delgado. But bro, I
Shout
am a
out to
USC.
Rockstar, man.
Yeah, yes sir. I'm a USC fan, right? But boy, then Sean Lewis kind of sold that game for them. I ain't gonna lie though. Sean Lewis just kind of sold that game for. I was out my seat the entire game. Y'all boys supposed to win that. Y'all boys really supposed to win that, bro. Like really, really.
How was you feeling when y'all went up big like that first half? Was you like, oh, it's over with, we're gonna blow them out, or did you?
Oh, yeah, I was kind of getting cocky because Caleb Williams, he won the Heisman. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, all right, we up a little bit. I was like, but I still want Colorado to score. I want them to do a little bit something. I'm still cheering them on. But then it started getting too close for comfort.
What's up, bro? What's up, guys? My
Yo,
bad.
what's good, bro?
What's going on?
I'm a dip in, and I just want to say a few things, right?
Yeah.
I'll be preaching all the time that if you guys pay close attention, the last 2 weeks, the teams that we played, the reason I blame the defensive coordinator because, okay, we know we ain't got the best players compared to certain teams.
Mm-hmm.
But when you really pay attention to it, a lot of these coverage are wide-ass open bust coverage. It's one thing if they beat them on a jump ball, but they can't be wide open. Can't be wide open. Secondly, something to factor in, I've been preaching this to everybody. We got some dogs on our roster.
Yeah, definitely.
We haven't seen everybody.
Yeah, we haven't seen.
I was looking at his highlights and what he did at Houston. He's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, I say this: I've been tuned in since the game one. I'm gonna put y'all on game real quick, and I'm gonna leave. Pay attention to the first game, TCU. Nobody knew who we had.
Yeah, that's right.
Dylan stepped up. Corn stepped up. Weaver stepped up. Next game, Nebraska. Them two had sluggish games. Guess who stepped up? Dawson, number 6.
Yep.
Every game is somebody new stepping up. Colorado State, Michael Harris stepped up.
Yep.
This game, who stepped up?
It's two true
Martin.
freshmen stepped up. 2 true freshmen. That's crazy.
So the
That's
point
crazy.
I'm trying to make is I'm explaining to everybody, look, we have too many 4 and 5 stars, recruits and transfers there for niggas to say that, bro, we have too many weapons and other teams don't have footage on these players. You got to move it around. Because think about it. As a coach, first thing I'm going to do, I'm a scout. We got to look out for Weaver. We got to look out for Horn. We got to look out for these people. But when you throw a whole new player that they ain't never seen in the mix, how can they scout for a nigga they ain't never seen?
Yeah.
Show right.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, I was just telling my boy this. And another thing I feel like the problem with the line is, it's crazy because I know this football shit from a T. Pay attention, guys. We're running a no-huddle offense. We got these fat-ass niggas on the line. Let's be real. So you running them to the line, of course they getting beat after a while. You're running them to the line. They're tired.
Mm-hmm.
We got to start, if we're going to do that, we got to start switching the linemen out. And then I feel like the problem is, like he said, our skill positions, everybody dogs.
Man.
The line is soft. They don't want no bump for real. Think about it when the nigga injured Travis Hunter. Only person ran up there was what? Shador.
Yeah.
Your lineman's supposed to be up there.
Yeah.
Your lineman's supposed to be up there backing him. Even though I ain't saying get dumb penalties, fight or anything, but y'all supposed to back y'all quarterback. The rest of the niggas don't know what's going on. Shador over there, wow. Nah, he doing what he's supposed to do. So that's things for y'all to pay attention to. But I'm letting y'all talk.
But that's definitely right. That's definitely right. Coming from a USC perspective, like, yo, I was just like, y'all made too many big plays. Like, I ain't gonna lie on Coach Kelly. He got the stops he needed when you put the players in.
Perfect.
That boy came in and locked it down on a senior.
Y'all know what's crazy though? Nobody paid attention to last game. Last game when he played 2 snaps. One of the snaps he got a forced fumble. And they called it out of bounds.
Yeah.
He can play. I understand the classroom stuff. Now reporting, okay, cool. But don't
forget that.
Prime can't go out with pride, bro. You can't put Travis J and them boys out there. And if you look at it, Travis J, number 3, a lot of them getting 2-3 touchdowns on their head a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time to go another route. I don't want to get
go
money not ready no more. Like, I don't want to hear that no more.
He's definitely ready. He's definitely ready for the field.
He's 6'2".
Yeah. That's what I was saying. He's a 6'2" freshman. You saw the breakup. You saw the pass breakup in the end zone, right? He got out there. He said, "Nah, you can't catch that on me."
Yeah. But what's y'all thoughts on the line, though? I feel like the problem with the offensive line, I think it's the no huddle that we run, but I also feel like a lot of them just kind of soft. Because if you notice when the edges are coming,
Yeah.
They're just outrunning them.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all
right.
it's
Yeah.
like. They're not even
Yeah.
putting moves on them. They're just outrunning them.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, of course, your goal, they're gonna get sacked. And the thing that fucked me up is, bro, when you see the Heisman race change and they throw Shador right at the back, it's like, of course, Caleb Williams and them niggas
Yeah.
gonna be all the way up there. Think about it.
Exactly.
They playing nobody.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then it was built already. Like this
They
Yeah.
was
was
That's
the
built
right.
first year
already,
for us.
and you playing with y'all playing with ranked, bro. We wasn't even supposed to be ranked. That's pure
That's
talent.
right.
They were already ranked. A lot of these teams have their name from last year.
Yeah.
So it's like, when
Exactly.
you think about that, it's like Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams, yeah, I understand. He balls. But look
Yeah.
who he playing. San Jose State, Nevada,
Yeah.
Stanford. Bro, who you playing?
Exactly. CU was our first real challenge this year. Really.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Who you
And
Yes.
playing?
real
And then
But-
Bo Nix. Let's not get
Yeah.
on Bo. Bo been in college football 6 years now.
Yeah.
He's supposed to
Yeah.
ball.
200 years.
So what about
he,
you,
he been there forever. But look,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think like you never want to take like a victory out of, you never want to get hype about like a loss. But I think one of the things that this game is gonna show us is that if you know Coach Prime, going back to Jackson State, like he let his position coach dictate who gets in the game. I think this game is gonna be a true representation to be like, look, Amarion Miller balling, Jermaine balling. So like, as we all know, we all play football. Sometimes you just have some players that they don't necessarily show up in practice.
That's
but
right.
They show
That's
up
right.
in the game.
Show up
So
when them
now
big lights on.
Exactly.
Exactly.
you got to let all the freshmen get in and eat. You can't just worry about who show up in practice. Like this is a blueprint to be like, look, you need to get some dogs in here, and if they're young boys or whatever, let them get in and shine.
Yeah.
Even with receivers, you think about it, they want to get the ball out pretty quickly.
Uh-huh.
You got Mathis and those boys that can run clean routes. You need to let them kind of get in and soften up the defense. And then you rotate and you bring in the Weavers and you bring in the Horns to hit them over the
Yeah,
top.
yeah, hit a deep ball.
Also,
Yeah.
Yeah.
on them first
Yeah.
downs, running the ball, and we don't have an established run game, that's killing it down for us. We can't
Yeah.
go out running the ball. And then one other thing I was thinking, if we gonna be passing the ball, I feel like the problem is sometimes Dylan Edwards is kind of small. He's a dog, but he's small.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking is this: you know how like you in a shotgun, you have two backs.
Yeah.
McCaskill one side, Dylan Edwards the other side.
Yeah.
Fix. McCaskill stay there and block. Dylan Edwards, you go on a wheel route. He gonna burn anybody on a wheel route.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
bro. It's more
Especially if
protect-
it's a linebacker, he's gone. Yeah.
I agree. So, if you got any final things you would like to say, Jose? I know you joined, and I'm gonna get some more. We got a lot of people want to join. So, what about you? Any final things?
Well, I just want to say this. You guys balled out. Of course, you don't want to get hype over a loss. Y'all don't like to lose, like in general. But from a USC fan, like, bro, y'all did y'all thing, bro. I don't see us going to the national championship anytime soon. Y'all showed the world, yo, y'all can hang with the big boys, even though Oregon beat y'all a little bit. And I mean, that's cool. That's Oregon. That's Oregon.
Yeah.
I feel like we're not better than Oregon. Y'all just literally went out there down 30. Y'all came all the way back. Y'all lost because of the coach, not because of the players.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good game. Thank you, Mad Dog, for having me on, bro. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day, man.
All right, appreciate you for joining.
All right, thank you.
Hey,
So Big Ike, I know you didn't get a chance to, just give your opinion on the game. So, what's your opinion as far as the game you was able to watch today?
yeah, man. I would say my overall opinion is like, I take a lot in terms of we have so many people out on defense that we show we can't compete. From an offensive standpoint, like I think defense they rotate a lot of people, but for offense, for whatever reason, we just don't rotate a lot of people. And one of the questions I wanted to ask you in terms of running backs, like, do you think it's Coach Prime or do you think it's I think it's Coach Flea that has the running backs? Because I'm just puzzled why. I know they should be practicing like two back sets, and even if you get like a McCaskill and you get a Dylan Edwards or you get Smoke or you get two backs in the backfield, you could hit them with a counter or you could do something else. It just seems like our offense, of course, is spread, but we just don't have a lot of variations in offense. So do you think it's Prime? Do you think it's Coach Flea? You think it's Coach Lewis? Like, who's dictating what running backs get in the game?
To be honest with you, I'm thinking it's Coach Flea. And I think, as far as the play calling is Sean Lewis. And I think Coach Prime tries to, y'all always talk in the press conference about letting them, trusting them to make the right decision. But I think this game here should have brought some attention to Coach Prime to be like, look, man, I mean, wow, what, why haven't we been doing this? why is this player not in the game? So, but I think it's more on Coach Fleet. Them rotations is not. It ain't accurate. I want to know why I ain't seeing outs in the smoke. Even smoke is a dog. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? So I think Coach Flea is the one that I'm gonna have to put some pressure on that haven't been getting much pressure when we talk about the personnel. And if it is Sean Lewis, this is another example of why I feel like he needs some pressure as far as calling plays and when we 5 minutes in down 14 and you running the ball up the middle, you know, even the announcers were saying like, why are they? I mean, they don't have much time. We had no timeouts. We had
Right.
0 timeouts and we running the ball up the middle.
And not only that, like I think he ran the ball up the middle like 3 times in that last drive, if I'm not mistaken. So that killed a lot of momentum. But then also, even with Shador, like as you know, when you're in a 2-minute offense like that, like you can't be going to the line and checking. You gotta, as offensive caller, you gotta call a play, run it quickly. If it doesn't work, throw it out of bounds to get to the next play. But we just burnt like so much time. So I'm just hoping that Coach Sean Lewis and then Coach Prime can kind of, reassess and be like, look, man, we got to change things up a little bit because, in my opinion, we're a little bit too predictable, in the offense. Like I know we want to get Javon Antonio and Weaver and Jimmy Horn to the league, which is all good, but like we need to be rotating in receivers and doing quick passes. I think today we only did one deep pass, and that was to Miller. And honestly, the only reason why I think we did that is because they jumped off sides, and we knew we had a free play, and then we just threw it over the top. And I know we don't have the best offensive line, but like the second half, they started balling,
They
but
did.
we only threw one deep pass the entire game. So we got to switch it up a little bit, man, in
We
my
do.
opinion.
I agree. Because what do we have to lose? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we have to start going with what's try to keep the pressure, applying pressure on these teams because every game gonna be every game gonna be tough. Everybody gonna want to beat us. But I do feel like this game, out of all games we played this season, we was able to find our identity.
Yep. And then look, my last question is from a defense perspective, like, in my opinion, like Trevor Woods, like, man, I don't know if we need to bring him to be a linebacker or just take him off the field, but he's not as rangy. Like I think today by Shallow not being in there, it really
Yes.
kind of exposed some weaknesses to him. So in your opinion, like who do we have as backups for safety to potentially take Trevor off or put somebody else on there that can kind of be a little bit more rangy?
I probably would go with Roger Ward. Because I seen number 29. I did see him out there. I mean, he gave up a few plays, but I would probably go with Roger Ward and Shallow when he get back. Trevor Woods, besides that first game against TCU, he really haven't been doing much for us. So maybe you can plug him into the linebacker in the linebacker room, which will give us a little bit of space to kind of work with. So I think that's what I would do. I would go with Roger Ward and Shallow if it was me.
Yeah, because today I couldn't understand. Were we running a 4-2-5? What defense were we running today?
I would say we was running a lot of the 4-2-5. We was running because we had a lot of dime coverages as well, where we had more DBs. And the number 0 was completely just running all over us. Transfer from Ole Miss. So, but Coach Kelly actually he came when he was given the right positions as far as players, the personnel. He was able to stop this team from being a complete force in the second half. That's how we was able to get back in the game. So I don't even think it's on Coach Kelly. I think it's more so personnel for the defense. Who are they going to plug in? Like the questions you have is what the coaches need to be talking about first thing now. I mean, what we're going to do, I wouldn't wait till we get back, I wouldn't wait till tomorrow. Let's talk about that now.
Exactly. And in my opinion, and I've been on all the different shows and stuff. I know everybody's been talking about Kamani, but man, today, like I would say he showed up, and so it's going to be interesting moving forward if like the Bree Loves come back, and then the Stoudemires, and of course when Trevor Hunters come back. Like in my opinion, like you kind of got to get him on the field now because we know what Bree Love gives us. Like, I don't think Bree Love is. I don't think he started material. So, like, it's just going to be interesting to see, like, how they move forward with Kermani. Hopefully, he shows up to meetings and do all the stuff that Coach Prime was saying. I think Coach Prime was honestly kind of challenging him publicly by saying some of that stuff just to kind of get him to step up. So, I don't know. Hopefully, he starred. So, like, I don't know who's the other. I mean, Cooper did pretty good today, but it's a big hole when you miss Hunter because he can lock down the whole side of the field, and then you could play a totally different coverage on the other side. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yep, I agree with you 100%. Is there any final things you would like to say as we get ready to close? Because I want to do just an hour live, but I definitely appreciate you for joining.
Yes,
And I'm
sir.
hoping that these coaches can kind of have conversations like we having right now, where we can try to at least finish strong towards the end of the hump. Because we have, I
Yeah.
think, 2 more games and then we have a bye week.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think just closing it out, man. Thanks so much for all the stuff that you're doing, and I think this game is really going to be a barometer that's going to be eye-opening for all the coaches to be like, look, we got to get our best players out there, and I think Marion Miller and Kamari and all those other ones. I think we're going to be set up, for a run kind of moving forward. So, man, I'm excited to see, how we kind of end things out. But man, appreciate all the coverage, all the great knowledge that you provide.
All right, most definitely. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And who your favorite NFL team?
Man, so I'm initially from Atlanta, Georgia. So the Falcons is my number one. I mean, I live in Cali and San Francisco now, but I haven't adopted the 49ers. So I'm riding with the Falcons, man. I don't know, man. They're kind of disappointing, but I'm born and raised in Georgia, so I got to roll with them.
Okay, yeah, I like them Eagles. So we hopefully we can run that NFC.
Now, look, that's my second team. My dad actually lives in Philadelphia, North Philly. So, like, that's like my kind of second team that I kind of go with. So, hopefully, Hurts and them boys can kind of get over the hump this year. So,
Well, sounds great. Well, I definitely look forward to talking some more football with you
yes,
this
sir.
season, and enjoy your rest of your day.
All right, man. You take care. Salute.
All right, take care. So that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to kind of do a post game live. I'm gonna be tuned in to this press conference when Coach Prime starts speaking. I want to know what's going on so I can kind of have a better idea of how we're gonna move forward. But it was a great game for both teams. I feel like that it could have went either way. Um, Actually, we had a private message. One of the guys that was on air, Ming, he said Shadur Sanders should run the ball more. I agree because we don't have a good offensive line, so maybe he should run the ball a little bit more. Them great points. We had Sis step up. She said that the babies were controlling the game. I agree with you 100%. All the young guys, man, they definitely showed up. Kamani, Shiloh, and Travis, when they can get all together, this team gonna be scary. And imagine this team together for one more year, because USC was together already. They won a Heisman. They did all those things last year. This is just our first year, and we're talking about expectations for a team that's 3-2. I mean, you can't beat that, man, as far as the ceiling. But I'm gonna get ready to watch this press conference, see what Coach Prime and them thinking. But I definitely appreciate you guys. We had over 300 people that stopped by, and all I ask for you guys do is just hit the like button. And we probably go live again tomorrow. That way, I can kind of have some things that I want to say according to these coaches, because there's a lot of hot topics for us to talk about. So let's see. So we have one more person. We're gonna go ahead and bring them in, and then we'll get ready to close the live. Popcorn, what's going on?
Man, what's up, bro? Can you hear me?
Nothing much. Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Nah, I just want to give my 2 cents, man. I've been watching you for a minute, bro. You do a good job.
Appreciate it.
Main thing I want to say, bro, is like everybody's saying, it's the coach. And when it comes down to the coaches, we all know. I'm not saying nothing that don't nobody know. I'm just giving my opinion. Coaches got to put players in position to make play. And on defense, the problem is Kelly. In the first half, he's too passive.
Yes.
You know, he's not he's not dictating to the offense what he wants. He's
Yes.
letting the offense do what they're gonna do, and we just react to it. You know, that's the first thing I see about him. Now,
Yes.
with the offense, what a lot of people might not know is the offensive coordinator. He from Kent State, and the way his offense originally runs, he needs a running quarterback. And
Mm.
Shador is not a running quarterback
And
because
that's
he
interesting. I
has
just And that's interesting. I
not.
just had someone that say the same thing you just said as far as having Shadur, to run more. Do you think that's maybe need to happen a little bit more for this offense to work? Because I mean, clearly, Coach Prime gonna stick with Shadur. Do you think he needs to run more, or like, what's your opinion on
Not, well, I'm be honest with you, Shador can't run.
that? Okay, I see
You
what
know,
you're
my
saying.
opinion. He
So
can't run. He's not built as a running quarterback. He's built as a pocket passer.
I
But the
agree.
problem, in my opinion, is that for that Lewis offense to really work, because he has plays where he'll fake the running back and he'll pull that tackle
Mm,
around as a lead blocking into the A-hole. And that's the option for the quarterback to either give it to the running back or follow that lead tackle into that A-hole, you know what I mean? Into the A gap. But he can't, just speaking as a coach, he can't run those type of plays with Shador.
so let me
So
ask you
he
this
has
though.
to,
So let me ask you this
I'm listening.
as a coach. Um, so is it best to go ahead and find another offensive coordinator because of course Sean Lewis gonna want to run. He going to want to run his style, what works best. Then you have Shadur, that's a pocket passer. If you coach Prime, do you stick with Sean Lewis moving forward? I'm talking about like maybe next year, or do you find somebody else?
Next year, get a new coordinator next year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He'll be better off getting an NFL offensive coordinator for Shador, somebody who has that pro style offense, because that's what Shador is. You know what I mean? You got to play to his strengths. His strength is not running. And
Yeah.
Sean Lewis, a boy does have creativity in his offense, but if you don't have the quarterback to run it, now that limits him. He's trying to do other plays when in his gut he really want to do this. You know what I mean? It's kind of like he like a fish out of water, in my opinion. You know,
Yes.
you're a good swimmer, but you're not in deep enough water to where you could do what you want to do. You in the shallow end, so he's running the shallow version of his offense.
So we got a
Like
comment.
today, you
We
seen
got
today
a
when he came. Wait, what you
we,
saying?
Well, I was just going to say, we got a comment I want to ask you about because, like I say, I see that you're a coach, so you clearly know what you're talking about. What's your opinion with the punter, man? I mean, I think it was a momentum swinger when the punter just ran to the sideline, something he never does, and it got blocked.
That's stupid stuff. Those are things you don't do in that situation. You know what I mean? Like I give you another situation when it was 4th and 5 and they went for it. It's
Mm.
it's 4th and 5 on your 50. You at the 50-yard line. It's 4th and 5. Punt the ball. Make USC have to take it from the 10 to 5, at the worst to 20, and make them have to work down the field. But you go for it on 4th and 5. Now this is where my point come in about Shador. Sean Lewis called the sprint roll. Shador is not a sprint roll quarterback. So you
Mm.
sprint rolling, and now you got trips to the side you sprint rolling to. So he's rolling to the right. The whole defense is going to the right, and all your receivers are to the right. It's cluttered. It's nowhere to go with that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that play right there, that was the biggest F up out of them all. You know what I mean? It's 4th and 5 on the 50. You punt that ball.
Exactly.
You supposed to put that
I'm like
ball and
you.
pin it.
I agree with you 100%. Field position is definitely important. I definitely appreciate you for joining and chiming in. Definitely would like for you to join more. considering your background as far as football experience. And hopefully, man, these coaches can get together and try to make some changes because there's a lot of football left. So hopefully we can get to a bowl game. Obviously we won't be able to win now like we wanted to as far as getting to the national championship, but hopefully we can get a bowl game. We get 6 wins under our belt. So I definitely want to appreciate you.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, thank you for having me. But last thing I say, bro, Colorado about to go 10-2. They
I like
grew
that.
up today. Today
Yeah.
was, it was like, my son, he telling me like, oh man, you sound like that show your kid or something. But it's the fact that you grow up. Kermani, he showed that, look, I might not be a classroom guy, but I'm an on the field guy. Now they gotta find that happy meat. You know what I mean? You got receivers, you got like 5 or 6 of them. So it's not about receivers, the O line, they just need help with play calling.
Right.
If you help the O line with play calling, you know what I mean? As an offensive coordinator, you gotta think ahead,
Exactly.
so you can help the line out with play calling, because when USC was in a soft defense, you trying to pass when you should be running. They only got 5 in the box. This is the first half.
Exactly.
I'm not talking the second half. This is the first half. It's 5 in the box. That's run all
Exactly.
day. You
Exactly. We
still trying
won.
to pass, so
Exactly. I just don't understand, the decision makings of the coaches. I have to fault the coaches more than the players this game. We
yeah,
was 1 touchdown away from beating a team that's probably going to the playoffs. 1 touchdown.
yep, yeah,
That's crazy.
and then when you then think about it, this too. The first half, they got the block punt. That was an easy touchdown. They got the interception. That was an easy touchdown. And it was one other play that made an easy touchdown. So there was 21 points that shouldn't even have been there. The
Yeah.
only real legit play they had in the first half was that 70-yard pass. You know what I mean? When dude was wide open in the middle of the field. And the other run, they only had like 2 legit scores in the first half. So
Yes.
it's like you said, it's a coaching thing, man.
Yes, I
It's a
agree with
coaching
you.
thing. They'll get it right though. I see 10-2 because they grew up today.
Yes, definitely. If we ain't do nothing this game, we definitely found our identity for sure. Well, I definitely want to appreciate you. I'm gonna get ready to close the live, and definitely chime in with us. I may go live again tomorrow.
All right, man, dog. I got you, brother. Have a good one.
All right, take care. You too. Yeah, I definitely appreciate y'all, man. Chiming in. I see a lot of people got different opinions as far as who need to play, who don't need to play. But however we look at it, we was 1 touchdown away from beating a team that's on a national championship run. You guys got to understand, and it's just our first year. So I'm very excited to see where we're going to go moving forward. Trevor Hunt's awful. Yeah, Trevor was definitely an awful. I'm not gonna say awful because he did make plays. He just didn't play good this game. But we can kind of rotate him, But I ain't gonna say he's awful. How can I get into the screen? Yeah, I just simply share the link, and then you just click it, and then you can come on in. But I'm gonna probably get on off in a second. But yeah, that's how you join. Poor coaching, absolutely. Coaches lost us this game. Run those likes up. Yeah, definitely. If you guys like the live and you want me to be able to do more of these, just hit the like button. Yeah, they play zone when they have, but they don't have the play zone anymore. We should be playing man. Shout out to Calvin on the super chat. Okay, he already. So dang, I missed it. You know what I'm saying? Playing around with y'all. But like I say, overall, man, it was a great game. I'm gonna go and watch the press coverage and see what Coach Prime spoke about. But I want to kind of get y'all opinions on everything. He already spoke. Okay. I'm sure they'll have it on YouTube. But I wanted to kind of get y'all opinion. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll follow up with the coaches, and then we'll kind of see if everybody on the same page as we moving forward. Can you get in touch with me? Yes, yes. All you got to do is email me. My email is in the screen on the screen. Big difference was that block punt. Yeah, I don't know why he ran to the sideline. He never done that. And all of a sudden, that's coaching. That ain't nothing to do with the kicker. That's the coaching. Keep dreaming. Yep, I agree. Yep. I see these a lot of. I agree with the caller, but Shador can run enough to affect the DBs coming down instead. I agree. He don't have to use his legs this season, even though he's not a runner. Least he can do is still try to be a little bit mobile than what he usually is. But yeah, we're gonna go live again tomorrow. I'm gonna see what Coach Prime and them have to say. Hopefully, they ask some questions about the play calling of the offensive coordinator. As I see all of y'all on the same page as far as that play calling, and we'll talk about this on tomorrow. And make sure y'all hit that like button, and I'll see y'all on tomorrow.